Joe, I owe you an explanation, I do. I can't argue that. I just don't think you're gonna like what I have to say. This goes back 6 years. And you can probably already guess what I'm talking about here, Joe. Lord knows I'm sick of replaying it in my own head. You know, it's something I've had to live with since then. We were awarded the biggest opportunity, not just of our professional wrestling careers, but our lives. Because to people like you and me, this is our lives. It's all I'd wanted since I was 10 years old. Everything that I'd worked for since I was 15 years old. And everything that I'd applied my efforts to my entire adult life at that point. And there it went. Just like that, in one sentence, like the biggest punchline was my life. But it was a very different situation for you. I remember that day in London. I remember standing on the balcony with tears streaming down my face because I was so crushed by what had happened. I remember looking down that stage, and despite how I felt about my own situation, I was so proud of you, Joe. So proud of you because I'd got to know you personally. I knew your fight, I knew your struggle, and I knew that you truly did deserve it. Now forgive me, I wasn't a weekly viewer. It was a bit of a sore subject for me. But occasionally I would check in, see how my friends were doing. And Joe, can you imagine my shock and disappointment when I see you not just wasting that opportunity, but squandering it! Squandering my opportunity, Joe! 5 years go by, it's the start of 2022, Joe Connors comes back. And the first time we're on a show together, I pick up that run sheet at Wrestle Carnival in Nottingham and see that Joseph Connors is allowed to go out and talk for an unlimited amount of time to the audience. I interrupted you that night, Joe, to prove a point. I went out and I said 2 words. Because I knew I could say simply just 2 words. And those 2 words would be far more memorable than anything you had to say. Do you know why? Because I outclass you in every single aspect of this profession. I'm better on the microphone and I'm certainly better than you in that ring. You don't get to come back and take moments away from people like myself and people like Robbie X who held the fort down while you were away making money. That just isn't right, Joe. You couldn't do what Mark and Vicky did. They came back from Ring of Honor and was like, well, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for looking after this scene. Let's lace up, get back to work. No. You had to have your big heroes moment. Get some things off your chest. Well, now I'm getting things off my chest, Joe. On January 29th, you and I are going to step in the ring at Wrestle Carnival, and it's going to be the first time we've been in the ring together in 7 years. And in those 7 years, you've become a very different Joseph Connors, and Lord knows, I've become a very different Nathan Cruz. But one thing still remains, Joe, despite all the things that you've done, despite all your tutors, I still outclass you in every single aspect of professional wrestling. Because I'm Nathan Cruz, and I am truly undeniable.